What's up, guys? A lot to unpack here with the Panthers finally getting Baker Mayfield, and honestly, first reaction is I'm glad this situation is kind of over in the speculation department, and will he, won't he, all this stuff, that type of thing. I'm really, really happy. And am I happy at how we've reached this point? Absolutely not. I think all the draft picks and all the trading, all the quality assets to keep searching for your answer is not the warm and fuzzy way to run a football team by any means. But football-wise, we only have to pay Baker $4.85 million this year. Cleveland is eating 10.5 of that, and a conditional 5th-round pick in 2024. And he'll be off the books next year, and so will Sam Darnold. I love it in terms of why not? What else do we have to lose? 92 touchdowns is nothing to sneeze at. Yes, 56 interceptions, but he was playing last year with a torn labrum. I still don't know why he was playing last year with the torn labrum in his shoulder. That was just dumb on all parties, I think, there, because Baker Mayfield in 2020 was very, very solid. And he brought the Browns to the playoffs, and they hadn't been to the playoffs in my lifetime, and back to the Jim Brown era. So you got to give Baker props there. Plus, this is probably the most complete roster that the Panthers have had in a while, especially with the revamped offensive line. Ike Ekwonu, probably the best left tackle prospect they've had since Jordan Gross. Brady Christensen, really nice flashes. Taylor Moton on the right side. Bradley Bozeman coming in from Baltimore at center. I really, really wish that was more than 1-year deal, but he is a stabilizing force in the middle. Austin Colbert, 3-year deal from the Los Angeles Rams. Really, really like that. I mean, it really can't get any better in terms of that. And if you can't succeed with that offensive line, then we really got a problem. And then you got the skill position players, Robbie Anderson. Hopefully he has a bounce back here. But DJ Moore is the captain of the receiving corps, inked on a new deal, 4 years, 61. And with the revolving door of quarterbacks, he's still been able to compile 4 years of over 1,000 yards receiving. That is some masterclass work for DJ. And then you got Christian McCaffrey, you got Chuba Hubbard, and Deontay Foreman is a really, really nice battering ram Mike Davis type piece as well. I love the fact, I think Terrence Marshall will break out as well. It gives more of a deep threat with Baker Mayfield being able to throw it down the field more as well. And then the two-headed monster at tight end, Ian Thomas, obviously a better blocker, and we'll have to see with his legal issues stemming from the dirt bike thing earlier this offseason. But he's shown really good flashes, and Tommy Tremble has been a quality red zone option of really, really good offensive production there as well. You got Brandon Zylstra, who showed really, really great flashes, and I think a underrated piece, Rashad Higgins. He played with Baker Mayfield in Cleveland and had some really big splash plays, yards after catch. And plus, you really don't have to play hero ball with this offense, seemingly, because DJ Moore can take a 5-yard pass and turn it into a 75-yard touchdown in a blink of an eye. So Baker Mayfield really doesn't have to be the hero. He just has to not make the mistakes. And we've been wanting that from Sam Darnold, but I think Baker Mayfield can read a defense much better than Sam Darnold can, and I love the fact that his athleticism gives him a little more leeway with quarterback run game as well. I know people are skeptical in terms of how is this going to impact Matt Corral's development. I don't think this has anything to do with Matt Corral at all. I really actually like it because Baker Mayfield and Matt Corral have somewhat of the same skill sets. I would actually give Matt Corral better points on his arm and explosive playability. So I think this will be good for Matt Corral to be able to learn from Baker. And who knows what's going to happen with Sam Darnold, but I think that era is done, except for the fact that we have him $18.7 million, so you can't really just cut that because that's just gross. But I think Matt Corral is going to factor in somehow in this year and his development, but watching from the sideline, I don't think will be that bad of a thing. Plus, this is a one-year deal for Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold will be off the books. So basically, all we will have going into 2023 is Matt Corral, and who knows how this year is gonna play out. But I think McAdoo and the staff really believe in Matt Corral and what he can bring. So I don't think bringing Baker Mayfield in is a bad thing. It does definitely give us hope for the current, big time hope for the current season, and we're just gonna see have to see how everything else plays out next year. Obviously, because we'll probably only have one quarterback, but again, I want to watch some competitive football, and with our defense the way it is, J.C. Horn coming back, Deontay Jackson re-signed, Xavier Woods, Jeremy Chin, Brian Burns, Yetur Gross-Matos, all of that gives me warm and fuzzies, so you don't really have to score 35 plus points given how our defense has performed. And Baker Mayfield gives us the best chance in a interesting NFC South minus Tom Brady. Everybody, Atlanta's kind of rebuilding with Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston coming off the ACL, and all that changes. Plus, the Panthers kind of catch a break with the schedule. Week 1, obviously, get your popcorn with us playing the Browns, but you don't know about Deshaun Watson. And then Alvin Kamara has a potential 6-7 game suspension. And then you got DeAndre Hopkins suspended six games for his Beaver tranquilizer thing. So the Panthers have an opportunity here to get off to a good start and get some good vibes and get the winning feeling back in the QC. Do I like how this has all happened? Giving up all the draft assets to continue losing and losing badly? No, but I think this is the option that gives us the brightest future right now. And you have Matt Corral. We wouldn't have traded up if we didn't believe in what Matt Corral brings. And, well, if it doesn't work out, what's the worst that's going to happen? We're going to lose games, and then Matt Corral gets to see what he can do a little earlier. Okay. That is totally fine. With all of the playmaking pieces on every side of the ball right now, you got Andre Roberts, one of the best kick returners, punt returners in the league. Johnny Hekker, one of the best punters. Zane Gonzalez, I think the special teams is very much improved as well. So I think we really improved. The only puzzle piece that really doesn't fit in my mind right now is Sam Darnold, but we'll have to just wait and see how that goes. But all I see in this move is hope. Yes, it's going to be very, very interesting, very entertaining, and obviously we are searching, and maybe Baker Mayfield is the answer. Maybe he is the answer, and we sign him. He has a great year. He signs to a 2-year, 3-year deal, and you still have Matt Corral. You can't really go too wrong with that on paper. Obviously, you don't play sports on paper, but this is about the best the Panthers have seemingly looked in 6 years. So it's got me at least excited and ready to see how this thing works out. Do I like Matt Rule as a head coach? No. But maybe McAdoo and all the other pieces we added to the staff that have so much experience will improve Matt Rule's decision making, and hopefully the players play their brains out and we don't have to worry about Matt Rule too much. But welcome to the QC, Baker. I'm glad you get a fresh start. And now let's just go win some football games and get some winning vibes back in the QC. We really, really need it. As always, keep pounding. Go Panthers.